recent years, the blending of both politics and marketing has been the primary tool in running an electoral campaign. In running, whether it's at the local level or at the national level, marketing has been an important tool in elections. And political strategies treat candidates as if they're products that's out to be marketed in the political market. Actually, it's very simple, and some might say it is too simplistic. Political marketing is simply based on two basic concepts. You have the candidates, and you have to look at the voters and the push and pull factor. It's much more colorful in Filipino. Yung hata at yung tula. Yung push actually is the organization, the machinery that is needed to sell the candidates to the voters. Yun yung tula. Pero you also need to have the hata. There should be an inherent characteristic in the product, in the candidate, that will attract the buyers. Diba? So sometimes, you might have all the push, pero kung wala kang pull, then it's useless. So it's very simple. But using this basic principle, we now look at what is called voter segmentation. There are three types of machineries that are used in a political campaign. You can have your party, and parties in the Philippines are not parties in the traditional political science concept of party. That is platform-based, it carries an ideology, it is organized, it is disciplined. Here, parties, there are no parties in the Philippines, only clans. So what we have is a coalition of clans. And elections is usually a clash of clans. So parties are just a coalition of clans for the practical purpose of joining forces to win elections. And then you have machineries that are run purely on money. So if you're a rich candidate, you do not have a party, either you buy into a party, like Manny Villar literally bought the franchise of the Nacionalista Party. Party Bacamo, ito, oldest party within natin, di ba? So, or if you're like Boss Danding, setting up your own political party, the Nationalist People's Coalition. So if you do not have a party, it's easy. If you have the money, you can set up one. But the biggest political party actually used in every election is the government. That's the biggest machinery. It's a captured, now you have the captured warm bodies that you can coerce to vote for a particular candidate. And there you can use the resources. You have these three major building blocks for what we call the machine. So you either have a party-based machine, a money-based machine, government-based machine. And then you then try to look at the regional base of, so if you are from the north, most likely you will get the support of the provinces and the voters in the north. If you're from the south, etc., etc. And according to all the surveys that have been conducted since the post-Marcos period, there is only one dependable source of vote in this country, and it is the ethno-linguistic vote. Okay? For sure, every national election, most Filipino voters vote according to their ethno-linguistic types. Okay? So take that into consideration. And this is what you call command votes. So if it's ethno-linguistic, and some of these provinces are controlled by warlords or clans, and they have the dynasties and they control all the local political machinery, then this can be converted into what we call command votes. Okay? So the idea of, and this is push campaigning, push marketing. The entire idea is for the voters to be pushed into the direction of a particular candidate. And this is what we call the ground war. This is the reason why still in this day and age of traditional and new media, in this day of and age of social media, it is important for candidates to go on the ground and meet the voters face-to-face. Yung face-to-face campaigning is still a very important part of national campaign. For the Senate, it's important because there's a lot of candidates. It is more important for the presidential and vice presidential campaign because the contest is limited to a handful. So, and this is the lesson we have learned from the victory of Vice President Jejomar Binay in 2010, when Mar Roxas was leading all the way and pouring a lot of money in his advertisement, and he was so confident that he already defeated the closest competition, which is Loren Legarda. He forgot that Jejomar Binay was all over the place campaigning on the ground and building his machinery from the ground up. So what was Mar Roxas doing? He was trying to fight an air war. And in contrast to the command votes, you have the market votes. These are votes that cannot be delivered by machines or by the parties. These are votes that you have to attract to your column. And one way of attracting is popularity. If there's name recall, it's easy to get these votes. But the best way to attract market votes is through popularity that is based on one's image. Diba? Imahe na yung hinaharap sa botante. Or, if not image, issues. Okay? And this is what we call air war. Okay. Now, since there are no real parties in the Philippines, there's no real ideological groupings except for the left, in the past, what we have instead of ideologies are what we call narratives.